there. Do you like rocks? Shiny rocks? Gemstones? Yep, tonight we're talking about gems. Some rocks or shiny organic materials can be called gems, but to me true gemstones are crystals, so that's what I'll be concentrating on tonight. First off, there are precious gems. These are all very hard and they're clear, and they were traditionally pretty rare. There are only 4 precious gems: diamonds, emeralds, and sapphires and rubies are the same. Sorry, but people in ancient times, when the gem categories were defined, didn't know about chemical composition and molecular alignment. Both rubies and sapphires are made up of a mineral called corundum, also known as aluminum oxide in its crystal form. Rubies are always some kind of red, maybe even pink, but sapphires can be pretty much any color. In fact, many gems can have varied colors depending on mineral impurities like iron, titanium, chromium, and so on. Emeralds are actually a green variant of the mineral beryl. Other colors of beryl tend to have different names, like aquamarine, heliodor, morganite, and more. And diamonds are pure carbon at their core. Of course, they can have all kinds of colors because of impurities, but what I mean is that the base for its structures is just carbon atoms in a cubic lattice, which is pretty tough. Any other gem is considered semi-precious. There's peridot, amethyst, garnet, citrine, topaz, and much more. Of course, the color variants I mentioned earlier are semi-precious. The takeaway is that the traditional way of classifying gems does not correspond too closely to the gem species. In other words, the composition. The shape and looks of a gem also depend on how it formed. There are many ways this can happen, but let's summarize. Say you have a fluid. It could be water, sulfuric acid, or even magma. This fluid is full of particles. It's saturated with them. When it goes down, the amount of particles it can hold lowers. Obviously, it's not just going to spit them out. So those minerals can stay dissolved, and they'll sink, float, or aggregate on the surface inside. They build up and form crystals. Those crystals can be further transformed by heat and pressure, but not always. Anyway, that was my quick explanation of gemstones. Hopefully it wasn't too technical, and I'm off to make my own gems by condensing sugar in a stick and cooling water. Yes, you can do that.